Hey everyone, I hope you guys are enjoying Monster Hunter Rise Sunbreak in whichever platform you're choosing to play it on. And today we're going to be going over pretty much the first of a multiple series of videos that I'm going to be putting out, pretty much talking about all of the leaks that we have and all of the new information as part of the 5th free title update, making our way into the bonus update, quote unquote, 6th free title update. So not only do we now know exactly what will be dropping as part of the 5th free title update as added bonus content, whether it is weekly event quests, which is what we're going to be going over this week, but of course everything that's going to be part of, at the very least, most of the things are going to be part of the 6th free title update when it comes to new changes, new monsters, new additions, balance changes, all those kind of things. All of that is something that I'm going to try to cover in a series of videos going forward. The first one, though, that I wanted to talk about was, of course, the 8 brand new event quests that we are going to be getting as part of the 5th free title update. Now, 3 of them are something that we already know about because one of them was already dropped, and that would be the one that we got last week. The other 2, I made a video. If you didn't watch it yesterday, maybe the day before, I spoke about the 2 event quests that Capcom already went ahead and dropped basically some vague details on. We're going to be talking about more details since they didn't give us all of the information there. Then 3 brand new ones are also going to be part of this specific package of quests that we're getting before the 6th or bonus update drops. And then the 2 pending event quests that didn't drop as part of the 4th free title update, which now are listed as part of this specific package of quests. So we're going to be talking about all of that. So very quickly, the first one that already dropped is a 6-star master rank quest called N.A. Triple Scoop of Pain, where you got to fight a Kushala Daora, a Chameleos, and a Triostra in the Citadel. And of course, the rewards were bunny ear tickets. You needed to get, I believe, 3 of them to be able to craft the layered headpiece option. We already got that quest last week, so chances are you already got it. But if you didn't, like I tell you guys each and every single week, all you need to do is make your way down to the Steelworks or Elgato, speak to the courier cat, and claim all of those extra bonus drops, item packages, whatever the case may be. PlayStation, Xbox, and PC Windows players actually got a bunch of brand new item packs as part of Sunbreak's drop. So if you did purchase Sunbreak, definitely speak to that courier cat, get your new extra goodies there. Now, the 2 other event quests that were Capcom teased, I guess, is probably the proper term that I should be using. The first one is a 2-star master rank event quest called A Fire to Gyarados. I'm not sure why they added an extra O-U-S-E, but essentially you're fighting one of 3 Gyarados in the Flooded Forest. This is going to be a 100% crown reward for Gyarados. So you're basically, the mudfish is going to be as big as it can possibly get, and you're going to be able to take down whether it is all 3 of them or one of 3, whichever the case is. Pretty simple standard quest. There's going to be 2 quests this upcoming week. I'm going to try to put this video out before Wednesday when these quests should drop. So hopefully you should be prepared ahead of time. Now, the other event quest is the one that I spoke about in the other video that I put out a few days ago. And it's also going to be part of something that I'm going to be talking about in a later video when I talk about all of the armors that we're getting as part of this specific 5th free title update. And it's a 6-star master rank hazard event quest called Buffoon's Buff Baboon Swoon. This is a Rajang quest in the Infernal Springs. 100% small crown reward. Essentially, this is going to be a small monkey that you're going to be fighting in the Infernal Springs. You're going to be able to get plenty of melding blood. Remember, melding blood is a really good item for the new melding talismans that you're most likely farming like crazy. And the rewards are going to be the buff badge and buff body. So in the post that they shared originally, and this is something that I tried to clarify, but I didn't really have an answer then, is that the buff body is the actual armor set. The buff badge is, pretty much the name of the entire set. Now, in the post that they shared, they mentioned that this is going to be a layered option only. Now, as you can see in the screen right now, there are Agitated 3, Heroic 3, Guts 2, and Fortified attached to this armor set. Therefore, it means, based on the mines, that there's an actual version of this armor set with stats tied to it. However, on their post, they only mentioned that it is a layered option. Layered options, of course, do not have skills tied to them. They are just, for looks, for, looking kind of spiffy or whatever. So, it is one of those things where maybe they're going to withhold the actual armor version of it and then just give us the layered option. Do remember that the fourth free title update gave us 3 armor sets as part of event quest, 2 of which were layered, 1 of them has stats, the last one has stats. So my guess is here, chances are this is going to be the same thing. We're getting 3 armor sets, 2 of which are layered, 1 is gonna be, you know, the one with stats, and this one is most likely gonna be it. Moving on to the next event quest that we are gonna get, whether they are in order or not, I don't necessarily know. That's not something really that we get to see in the mines themselves. It's just a raw data. It's a 4-star master rank quest called a mysterious percent. This is a quest that puts you up against a Mitsuzune, an Almudron, a Somnacanth in the flooded forest, and you are going to be able to get the charming foreign drawings, which of course, whenever we get foreign drawings as item drops, it means that you have a brand new armor coming your way. And this one is the Wonderland layer set, the Alice and the Cheshire Cat. So if you remember in the presentation itself, I should be overlaying an image there. You should be able to see it. They teased our armor set. This is from Frontiers. I'm going to be going over into more length, talking about which version of Frontiers and on the entire history of this armor set, but that's essentially where this comes from, and it's going to be part of this specific set of quests. Now, we don't know if this one is going to be the one, let's say, for the next week. So let's say the first week of May. We don't necessarily know the order going forward, but we know that is pretty much pending relatively soon. Maybe if not next week, it'll be the week soon after. What could be potentially part of next week is the next event quest, a 6-star master rank quest called Ooh Shiny ? And it's a silver Rathalos at the lava caverns, and this one just simply has a pose as a reward. So this is a pretty standard quest, no hidden parameters, no extra crowns or anything along those lines. It's just a normal silver Rathalos in the lava caverns with a pose as a reward. Now, I know you guys love guild card titles, I know you guys love stickers, you love poses, so you know, this one should be a favorite event quest for all you guys who enjoy those kind of crappy rewards. Moving on to the next event quest, it's one that they teased actually in the presentation. Very quickly, they showed like half a scene of it, of the hunters fighting in the Forlorn Arena. And this is a master rank 6-star quest, dual threat event quest called Animus Crossing. This is a quest that puts you up against 2 Scorn Magnamallows at Forlorn Arena, and this is going to be another one of those layered armor sets where you get the titles Heavenly Silk. So most likely the Heavenly Silk is the name of the item drop, and of course the Komura Elgato layer armor set is the drop. Now the armor set, we already know what it looks like. You should be seeing that image overlaid on screen right now. That, I believe that's the one that they teased heading into the launch of the 5th free title update digital presentation. We weren't necessarily sure if this was going to be part of course, maybe it was the new Malzeno armor, EX Malzeno. A lot of people were just speculating what it could be. Obviously, it looked more like a Komura armor set, but at the end of the day, they said this was an Elgato and a Komura kind of like combination armor set. I believe that's the lore that they gave it in the presentation itself. So this is a brand new armor set that's never been made available anywhere else. And it kind of sucks that it just seems to be a layered option. It doesn't seem to have skills or anything like that. It would have been pretty cool for them to actually make this a normal, sure, layered option is good and all, but an actual, you know, skills tied version, a real armor set version of this set, so we can, you know, actually have some awesome skills. Again, not new skills are needed when it comes to, you know, armors as part of event quest, since they're only giving us new skills when it comes to monsters and new armor sets. But it would have been nice to be able to get that as a nice bonus, just a couple of combination skills that maybe are unique to Komura, some to Elgato, maybe add that in. It would have been nice, but of course they decided not to take that route. So that's pretty much all the event quests that we're getting that are technically brand new, that we didn't have any information on before. However, there's 2 more event quests that we didn't necessarily get as part of the 4th free title update. Now, these 2 event quests, essentially all the information we knew of them, and nothing's changed in that regard. They were all the information we knew about it when the 4th free title update launched. They were supposed to be part of the package of somewhere along, I think it was 15 event quests that we got for the, well, technically we got 13. We were supposed to get 15. They were supposed to be part of all those quests, but it seems like they decided to rush out the 5th free title update, which again has led to a lot of speculation on why EX Malzeno had to be pushed back, had to be pulled out of the content. They decided to make it his own quote-unquote bonus update, 6th free title update. Once again, I reiterate, in the Japanese and Korean post, they mentioned that there is a 6th free title update. That is what the next bonus update is. In the West, they're calling it a bonus update. I don't know why they chose to do that, but it is what it is. I always like to make that clarification, since some people in the comments are always wondering if the bonus one is the 6th one, and yes, it is. They're both the same thing. So at the end of the day, the next 2 event quests are going to be part of the event quests that we do get before that EX Malzeno bonus update drops, 6th free title update. But these 2 quests, we already knew what they were because they were already announced pretty much like 2.5 months ago. We knew, well, they weren't announced, sorry. They were mined, so we knew all the information along. The first one is a 6-star master rank quest called Brightly Shining Disaster. This is a Shigaru Magala event quest in the arena with a 100% large crown reward. So essentially, you are fighting this biggest version of Shigaru Magala in the arena. Pretty standard. I think you get some, extra melding option parts to be able to get some extra rewards there. Nothing too crazy. It should be an easy quest for most people, especially if we're fighting Risen Shigaru Magala, which I already made maybe a separate video on. I'm not sure if it's went live yet or not. I'm gonna have a separate discussion regarding Risen Shigaru Magala in maybe one of the upcoming videos, but if I already put it out, sorry. But definitely I have an entire thing to talk about that specific monster. Now, the last final event quest that I want to talk about that is part of the next 2 that we didn't get before is a 6-star master rank hazard event quest called Legendary Strike. And this one is against a Flaming Espinas in Forlorn Arena. So technically, this was supposed to be the first hazard event quest for a monster that already has an anomaly investigation version of itself. But since we already got, by the time that you're watching this video, or we should be getting maybe by tomorrow, the new Rajang hazard event quest, which I spoke about at the top of the video, then that is actually the first event quest where a monster that also has an anomaly investigation version of itself, therefore is, powered up by the Curio, now also has a hazard version. Every single monster that up until this point, essentially when this quest was supposed to drop, essentially didn't have a hazard quest or an anomaly investigation. It is considered that hazard quest and anomaly investigation quests are pretty much the same tier, but since now Risen Elders also have that new tier of hazard versions of themselves, anomaly investigation level 251 plus, then it kind of makes them an extra hazard anomaly investigation tier, so they make them in their very own difficulty tier at the end of the day. And Flaming Espinas was supposed to be one of these monsters that gets a new hazard quest with new moves, new attacks, new combos, all of those kind of things, but it never did. Now Rajang is the first one that did, but of course eventually Flaming Espinas will get this quest. Most likely, we think and we assume it will most likely end up being the last quest as we head into June, maybe the first week of June, second week of June, and then subsequently the week after we get the bonus update, 6th free title update, whatever it is. This is also going to be a 100% small crown reward. So this is going to be a small Flaming Espinas, and you are going to get some titles and eggs to be able to make some extra Zenny. So those are going to be the reward for that quest. So essentially, these are the 8 quests that we have information on right now. However, I do want to tease. I don't want to actually get into that in this video because it's already been long enough. Probably most people already tuned out. But the point that I want to make here is, especially if you're stuck out this long, there will be a separate video where I'm going to be talking about all of the hazard event quests that have been mined as of recently. We don't have the full information on them just yet, that are potentially part of the 6th free title update. And boy, oh boy, does that look pretty dang interesting to begin with. So a lot of information is still being mined. Not all the details are out there. I know a lot of people like to pretend that they know. They're not. That's why I take a little bit of a time when it comes to leaks and stuff like that, because I don't want to rush out a video, put out a bunch of half takes, and then people get on my ass when I'm wrong about something. And sometimes I'm just looking at the information like everybody else. So, don't try to, rush out information if I know I'm not going to be 100% accurate. But that's about all the information I have for you guys today. These are the 8 event quests that are part of this specific update as we head into most likely the 1st or 2nd week of June, when essentially this bonus update should be coming then. If you're brand new to my channel, be sure to leave a like and subscribe. Hit the bell to receive notifications when the videos go up. And as always, thank you so much for watching. See ya.